Are you listening? Can you hear them? Sometimes we have to be just a little bit quiet in order to hear. Because when you hear things from them that you would not ordinarily hear from other people. And that's what we're talking about today on Monday Morning Mindfulness. Welcome. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, and I will be joined by a phenomenal author, Patricia Tyson, who has a new book entitled Listen to Them. And she'll be joining us very shortly. So you stay close. And I will introduce to you, just in case you didn't know, about the female solution, because that's the platform that we're on. And we hope that you'll join us right here on the female solution.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
If you're like most small businesses, despite your hard work and rave reviews, you struggle to find new customers or ways to grow your business. Accessing goods and services at the right price is also a challenge. But it doesn't have to be that way. Meet iTex, the small business trading community. As the largest barter network in the country, we help businesses like yours find new customers and grow their bottom line and find advertising directed towards local families, which he pays for with, you guessed it. When you join iTex, you get access to valuable products and services in hundreds of categories, and we help you along the way with advertising, multiple directory listings, email blasts, trade director assistance, our convenient 24/7 iTex mobile app, and online access on itex.com today by visiting our website or email info@itex.com.
And that is for our business owners and entrepreneurs. If you have a product or service to sell and you are not on iTex, you are throwing money away and you do not have to. So all you have to do is go to chicago.itex.com, and that way you too can get $100 to go shopping right away, immediately. All you have to do is remember the promo code ZELDA, ZELDA. And why do I say it like that? Because that is the way that I always give thanks to the ancestors who came before me to make my way possible. I'm always saying Richard Peggy because he used to say Zelda before he'd go off the air because people could never get my name right. Zelma, Zella, Zelva. Nope, none of that. Zelda. Okay, anyway, sponsored by Text. Always giving thanks to the ancestors. And the ancestors today, she's not an ancestor. But let me back up. Pay attention to pay cash. Forgot to tell you about that. And LaDonna Tittle, a lady that I used to listen to on the radio, she is being interviewed tonight on Radio Icons, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But I always just have to give thanks to those who came before me to make my way possible. And possibilities is what this is all about. So I want to give you the word of the day, and then we're going to bring on our guest. Today is Monday, July 13th. Where has the time gone already? How blessed we are in America. Reading from Inspirational Conversations, 365 Days of Empowerment with Shalom Israel, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. How blessed we are in America and in the motherland on the continent of Africa to wake up refreshed and be able to go online and read inspiration for the day. How about that? Think of your brothers and sisters who don't even have running water, let alone running cable wire connected to a computer. I met a young mother in Mandela's squatter camp in Soweto, that's in South Africa, who had no money to dress her children in uniform to send them to the local school. Every day she would dress them in whatever clothing they had, sit them on the side of her bed, and teach them herself as only a loving, caring mother would. Those children, not educated by a social system, but systematic teaching from their first teacher in life, receives so much more. So share some encouragement with a child today, a loved one, a coworker, or even a stranger. We never know that one person may one day make a difference in the quality of your life. Inspirational Conversations with Shalom Israel. And that one person today would be none other than our very own guest, Patricia Tyson. But before I do that, let me tell you just about a little bit about this sister, because she's a bad mamma jamma. Okay, you need to know this. So I'm on her page here, and it is shalommusic.org/book. And I'll pull that up a little bit later. But right now, I just want to tell you a little bit about her, okay? So let's tell you just a little bit about her in the book. She's the author. And she poses this question to ask: what is the greatest gift that we can give our loved ones at the end of life? Is simply to listen. Think on that. After nearly 30 years as a hospice nurse, Patricia Tyson, BSN, RN, has sat beside hundreds of patients and families during life's most sacred and challenging moments. In Listen to Them, she combines professional expertise with deeply personal stories to offer a compassionate guide to hospice, grief, caregiving, and the wisdom of the dying. Written in clear, heartfelt language, this book helps readers understand what hospice really is and what it is not, the difference between hospice and palliative care, how to make an informed end of life decisions, common concerns about DNR orders, morphine, and nutrition, what families can expect during the final stages of life, how to navigate grief with grace and compassion, drawing on her experiences as both a nurse and a daughter. Patricia shares lessons learned from caring for her own parents and from the countless patients who entrusted her with their stories. Listen to Them is more than a guide to hospice care. It is an invitation to approach life's final chapter with dignity, honesty, love, and hope. Whether you are caring for an aging parent, supporting a loved one with serious illness, working in healthcare, or grieving a loss, this book offers practical guidance and gentle encouragement for the journey ahead. Because the dying still have much to teach us if we are willing to listen. Oh, Lord, have mercy. They are never too far away. They are just beyond the veil. Now, is that a word for the day? Yes, it is. And now that you have the word, let me bring to the podium a dynamite sister whom I have known since the age of somewhere around there. Anyway, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage, my sister. That would be the lovely, the beautiful, phenomenal sister that she is. That is Patricia Tyson. Welcome to the stage, my sister. Thank you so much for staying up this morning. Grand rising. I gotta do that again. Girl, you a bad mamma jamma. I'm honored to know you, sis. You gone, girl, with the bad self.
We
Yes,
go back.
yes, ma'am. And we were talking just before the show this morning, and you said 1970. I'm like, wait. I graduated from school in 1975. And you said I graduated in 1974. It's like, okay, so I met you in 74 at Martin Luther King High School.
Woo, Jaguar.
How awesome is that? Oh my goodness. I am so happy to be at this stage in my life and to still have you in my life. Now, that alone is a blessing. And that, as the children say,
Yep.
I saw some kids doing. I'm like, is the child got some glue stuck on his fingers or what? What's going on? See, that's why you need to be around young people, because you get older, you just
don't think yes.
You don't have a clue as to what's going on. And thank y'all for joining us here this morning. We got some comments. Good girl and Miss Molly. Yeah, let's get some of them comments. Cynthia Brown Henley
Yeah,
says,
there's another
hey,
Jaguar.
another Jaguar. She went to King High School too? Yeah,
Yeah.
girl.
75, class of
Oh, we
75.
graduated. Okay, so I got to see your picture, Cynthia. You got to put a picture somewhere or send me in a direction. I need to know what you look like because I graduated from 70 in 75 too. Okay. Hope I can remember back that far. Anyway, good morning. Who is that?
Oh,
Miss
that's a
Jeannie.
we went to church together. That
Oh, thank you for
yeah,
joining us. All
Miss Sandra.
righty. And who we got here? Good morning. Judy Brooks,
My
426.
friend
Hey, Miss
Judy,
Judy.
yes, my sister is supporting. I love it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Grand Rising, Cynthia Brown Haley. Hey, oh my goodness. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. Divine greetings,
My
Eden
BFF.
Bell. Oh, I love that
BD,
name.
yes.
Excuse
That's
me.
another one.
Another king?
No, she didn't
Oh,
go to King, but
oh, okay.
it's another powerhouse.
Oh,
Eden
okay.
Adele.
Got all the powerhouses on here.
Yes, my
Hallelujah.
cousin.
And that
Cousin from
is
Mississippi.
is that yes, 5847. So proud of you, my beautiful cousin. Oh, that's your cousin. Okay.
Yes,
All right. All right.
yes.
All right. All right. Cynthia says, all right, Miss Cynthia. Jaguars for life, baby. Yeah. Jaguars for life. Okay. Hey, thank you. And this book goes a long way toward making a difficult
Thank you.
situation much simpler to navigate. Yes, ma'am. Because where were you at 40 years ago? Where was this book at? I guess you were still living. Okay. But thank you all for all those comments.
And
Now,
a lot of the people that are on there, Eden, Adele, my cousin, well, not my cousin, Cassandra, and somebody else that's on there. But anyway, I help, Judy, giving them advice as they were caregivers for their loved ones.
mhm.
So, it's a journey.
Yeah, it is a journey. And I am so glad that you decided to share this journey because you didn't have to. In 1975, I had a cousin who passed from cancer in the lymph nodes, and I didn't know a whole lot about cancer at the time. And I just wish I knew some of the things that you just wrote about because he didn't know what was going on in his body. I mean, he knew what was going on. He was like my father, but he wasn't my father. He was a relative. And we just didn't know what to say, what to do, how to think. And all of that came to you as you were doing your job working with those who are about to transition.
That's it. Yes.
What was that first experience like when you didn't have all this knowledge that you have now?
The first time I saw someone literally pass and take that last breath, it messed me up. I had to take the next day off of work. It's something so spiritually powerful of seeing the spirit actually leave the body. I didn't see it, but and it just it was a young woman. Oh my God. She was in her 30s or 40s. She had breast cancer. She had young children. And I was on call. They called me out because she was having difficulty. And I got to the house, and there are these children, and her husband was crying. And a lot of us will say, don't let the children see. I told the husband, I said, it would be a good idea to bring them in so they can say goodbye. And he did. And they came and they gathered around and they said their goodbyes. And oh my God, I can't even tell you how hard that was. And so I'm crying with the family. And I stayed the funeral until the funeral home came and picked her up. But I never forgot that. And that had to have been around 2000. And it's such a spiritual journey. And I've had people ask me, how can you do this? And I'm saying, how can I not? Because if I'm not there, and if other people that understand end of life care aren't there, people are going to suffer. So you don't have to suffer. You don't have to be hooked up to machines, and you can have your dignity back. If nothing else, get your dignity in your last days and be at home with family. And that makes sense to me. So that's my goal. That's it.
How do you look in the face of a person who they know that they're on their way out the door and you know it, but the words don't come?
Good question. A lot of people are afraid. They're like, don't say the word hospice.
Don't say the word
hospice.
Hospice. Oh.
If you don't tell them, how will they be able to say what they need to say? So they need to make their, whatever it is that they need to tell you, whether it's forgive me or I'm sorry or whatever it is they need to say, we need to listen.
Oh, wow.
Because they have stuff to tell us. And sometimes by denying them, by not telling them that they're passing or dying, we like to pretty the word up, but they're dying. And so if you don't tell them, they don't know that they're dying, then you're missing an opportunity to get some wisdom from them.
Really? I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
How can they not know that they're transitioning?
Denial.
Oh, okay. Because it's like, I'm thinking, you've been in this body longer than any doctor has ever told you about anything.
And most people do know. Most people do know. Most people do know. And usually when they come on to hospice, they're tired of being poked and prodded, and they don't want to be on machines. They just want to go home. And that makes sense to me. I have a lilac tree outside every spring. I look forward to my lilac tree. So if it were me, and that's how I looked at it, even in nursing school, it's like, if it were me, do all you can, fight, but when do you stop fighting? When you don't, and let me say this, it's a different kind of fight. You're not giving up. And I tell families, you're giving, you're not giving up. All of your hope is not in a pill or an IV. Let's change that focus. It's not in that. And for those of us that are spiritually minded, our hope is in the Most High. So I've seen miracles. I have an aunt right now that is coming off of a hospice next month because she's getting better. They said she would never eat again. She's eating. So
wow.
We never know. So the miracles are happening every day. God is in control.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's powerful.
Wow. I am so glad to hear that, because I want to talk about an experience I had with my girlfriend. You remember Deborah, right?
Yeah.
Who was in hospice. And I got a story to tell that it was so... I'll tell you when we come back from this break. All right. Y'all tag somebody, call somebody, send them this message, and let them know they're about to hear something that will blow their mind. Because it blew mine and it was in my head. Y'all hold on. We'll be right back.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry. You are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered,
And stay tuned to your next session of Mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
And thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing, and thank you for caring as I bring you a message that you really need to know about. And this is from the executive producer of The Female Solution, and that would be Dr. Naima Latif.
Have you seen all the solar farms popping up everywhere? You know, the big fields with the solar panels. There's one in our community. They produce electricity using the clean energy of the sun to send to the power grid to reduce our energy costs. Because not everybody can get solar panels put on their roof the way I have, but everybody can enroll for free to share the energy produced by the solar farms. That's why they were built. You know you're supposed to be getting a 10 to 20% savings on your bill for that, right? Illinois has a goal to transition by 2050 to 100% clean energy. So everybody needs to be connected. People in other communities are already getting their savings. So I'll be by to see you because they want to make sure you get your savings as well. It just takes a few minutes. I'm Naima Latif. Call me if you have any questions. 312-849-3456.
That's 312-842-3456. And that is our executive producer of The Female Solution. She's always trying to find ways to help us grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. So thank you, Naima. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate the fact that you're with us here this morning on Monday Morning Mindfulness. We were talking about the hospice before we went to break. And I had the most beautiful experience I've ever had in a transitional situation, if I'm saying that right. 3-4 years ago, I'm in Chicago. She lives in Chicago, but her health care was off the chain. She wasn't getting what she needed. So we had another girl who lives in Las Vegas who works for some doctors. They arranged for her to come out there, go to the doctor. Well, she got even worse as she got there. So we went to see her at the hospital. We left that night and we got a call that they're transferring her to hospice. There's nothing else that they could do. We get to hospice. It was heaven. It was so quiet. It was so peaceful. It was so serene. I'm thinking I'm walking in the door of death. It was anything but. And you know, I'm a country girl, so I talk about everything to everybody. So I'm asking the nurses, what's the deal with hospice? Explain it to them. The little young girl, she was so nice and so sweet. She said, baby, this ain't the end. That's what they tell y'all. This is not the end. And then she told me about a lady who has been there for not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 years. She's been in hospice for 5 years, and she comes and goes.
You do see it.
She comes and goes as she pleases in hospice. I'm like, this lady ain't dead. She been here 5 years. Oh, and then I'm sorry, I just get so excited because when you know what you know, when you stop listening to this thing right here,
yes,
except the Female Solution, of course, and a few others, you will learn things that you discover you've been lied to all your life. It was so heavenly. It was so peaceful. Like, oh, that's all I got to say. It is not what you think it is. Go ahead, Pat. It is not what you think it is. Hospice is a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. I just thought of something. Archie Brown, who was the choir director.
Yes.
Yeah. I had an opportunity. He went on to hospice and he went to the inpatient at Mercy Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He lived in McClure Court.
Mm-hmm.
I took my keyboard and I went to his room and I played every song I could think of that we did in King High School Choir.
Yes,
and I played to him, and it was such an honor to do that for him as he was passing, you know? So it can be beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
It can be beautiful. And the way you grieve affects how you remember them. So you remember them with a smile. You remember you remember the good and the bad, but you're not all broke down. And,
right.
You know, my mom passed on hospice.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's another story. That's a book all by itself.
Okay. Let's go back to Archie for a minute because I want to thank you for that opportunity to have been with you. And
that's right, you were there.
Yes, and I was like,
oh my God.
I didn't take music courses, but I remember the music teacher.
I called you.
Yes, and I was like, wow. I remember him, and he did not look like he was about to leave the planet, honey. He was just as cool and calm and collected. For somebody who about to leave the planet, he looked like he don't give a damn.
He left about 3 or 4 days after that.
Wow. And
that's right. I called you. You brought food.
Yes.
Oh my God, I forgot.
I didn't. I thought about it. I said, I hope I remember to tell her about the Archie experience. Okay, let's get some of these comments too. On Air TV Network says, I think people have such fear around this.
Yes.
Programming, all us Christians, of punishment and hell that they can't openly talk about it or calmly plan for it. You better tell the truth.
That's the
on
truth.
Air TV Network. You better tell the truth because the truth has been spoken up in here. We've been so brainwashed, we don't even know it. That's the sad part about it. We don't know. Oh, as a young Yvonne Desant would say, until today. Clip that. Until today. And more comments. Yeah, but I'll keep them coming, y'all. Eden Adele says, I was today years old. I love it. When patients can survive in hospice for years. Do you hear me?
The thing is, they have to be declining. As long as they are slowly declining, they can be certified for hospice. So there's a process. They have to be certified every 90 days, then every 60 days, and then hospice stays with the patient for life. So however long that is if they're still having symptoms that need to be managed. Now, in my aunt's case, she's getting better. So she will probably be discharged. I don't know. I'm not on the team. I stay out of it. But I try to stay in the cousin lane. But I do know that she's getting better. She's eating. When they said, University of Chicago said she would not be able to eat. And the family said no to a feeding tube, which was wisdom. That's another book. So I'm working on other books. But at any rate, she is eating. She's at home where she wanted to be. And she started getting better. So as long as those symptoms if the symptoms are getting better, patient's not in pain, patient is, I'm disappearing. Okay. Patient's not in pain, no shortness of breath, no coughing, no constipation, no diarrhea, whatever it is. If the hospice nurse isn't doing anything for the patient, then we have to discharge. But as long as there's my former boss. I see you, Carolyn.
Hey, former boss. The fear of the unknown produces anxiety. Yes, it does. The stage of death is the ultimate unknown.
She taught me so much.
And it's nothing to be feared. They just teach us fear. This whole planet.
What I'm afraid of is pain.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt. Yeah. Give me the morphine.
Give me something, anything. Reduce the grief. I don't want none of that. Thank you very much. I'm with you on that one. Cynthia Brown says, is it true?
Yes.
That the hearing is the last thing to go? Have you ever gotten to someone's ear and led them?
My mom. I sure do. They hear you. I tell people, even people that are in comas, I've had people come out of comas and they can tell you what was said, who was in the room. It's like your eyes were closed. How do you know?
Don't mean a thing. Don't mean a thing. I remember working in Rush Presbyterian Hospital as a medical photographer back in the day.
Oh, wow.
In the 70s, as a matter of fact, right out of high school. And as the photographer, I had to dress up and go into the surgical room, with the gloves and hat and mask and the camera. And I'm in there filming. And the doctors would say the craziest things.
Yes.
Yeah, and they think you don't hear them. And I remember one of the patients coming out saying something that he had heard, and I was like, I bet y'all keep y'all mouth closed now and be
Yep.
careful what you say about people. It was what they call a mattress stitch. The patient was weighed about, I don't know, 500 pounds or something. They had to go in and sew up his something in his side or stomach or something, and they called it a mattress stitch, and they were joking about it, and
Ooh.
he heard it, and that's all I got to say about that. So be careful what you OR people, be careful what you say.
Yes.
This is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
us.
Jessica. Hi, Jessica. My
Thank you,
friend.
Jessica. Thank you all for being here this morning. What would we be without you? So let's finish this hospice story, because people just have the worst impression of hospice, and it's anything other than that. It's a
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
I've been told that, hospice kills people. I'm like, really? I went to school to learn to do that? Really?
Okay.
You don't know how hard it was.
It ain't what you think it is.
Mm-mm.
When you are, or someone in your family has issues and it looks that like they are on their way out the door,
Ooh,
and
here
you have no medical training, you have no idea of what to do, how does one proceed in helping the patient be at peace right where they are, and you know they're not at peace? How can you, as a provider, as a caregiver, how can you make that a better situation for them?
Well, with hospice, you have not just the nurses, aides, you have the social workers, and you have the chaplains. Hospice is holistic. It deals with body, soul, and spirit. It doesn't deal with religion, but it deals with the spiritual component.
Mm,
So a lot of people have unresolved issues,
mm,
bitterness, unforgiveness, anger, family dynamics. So a lot of times, and I've been in those settings where there's tension with the families, I get the social worker involved
mm-hmm.
because they can do things that I cannot, help the families to work through those situations. I've had to tell families, please take that out of the room, take that negative energy outside, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it
Wow.
happens.
Wow.
And a lot of families, they always fight over money,
Why it? Well, I don't even have to ask that question.
stuff,
Yeah. Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't have to, because they're just things. They're just things.
just things.
And
After people were asking me, like when my mom was sick, oh, I had caregivers, a team of caregivers that I hired.
okay.
Shout out to Gertie Lowe and Tanya and all my caregivers, Michelle. I had the most amazing caregivers around the clock. It cost me something, but I did it. But
Mm.
anyway, and people are like, well, what if they take something? If you know what I know, look, take it, please.
Okay.
Because it was so much stuff that my mom had. And it was like, I was not a control freak. So it's like, you know what? After packing up all that stuff that I had to pack up, I wish somebody had taken some stuff because I was putting it away. After it's
Girl.
said and done, it's so much stuff. So it's like, but no, I didn't worry about that. I didn't try to control people. I didn't even set up cameras. I really didn't, because I knew the people I was working with.
Oh, wow.
And they were faithful. They stayed with my mom for 3 years.
And
that freed me up so I could go to work every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, you are blessed to have that kind of family around you to help you help others in ways that are so meaningful, that you touch lives way beyond the grave, so to speak. And speaking of the grave, we have someone who, well, one of my Bidwitch buddies, if you go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, you'll see remembering my Bidwitch sister, Jerry Green. She was an ebony jet model. And I found that, yeah, we were both roller skaters. I was skating at the time. And I tell that story right here on my blog. So feel free to go read it. And her funeral is this Saturday, excuse me, July 30th. I said, Lord have mercy. July 30th. It is not this week. It is July 30th. And coming moving on, Till in the Middle coming soon. This is my girl, Till in the Middle. She is being honored tonight, and she is not passed. She's still here with us in the flesh. Let the record show. She's being honored tonight on Radio Legends with my former boss from WGCI, Perry Williams, and he is doing this dedication to her and all the old school Chicago radio legends. And the mother of Pastor Dr. Lawrence Lenoir, his mother was buried this weekend in Nashville, Tennessee. She was the mother of Black press. She started the Nashville Tribune because Black folks were getting such a nasty, horrible, mean way of being. We were being expressed as thugs and animals and all that all over the U.S., and especially in Nashville. So she made a newspaper. She invested $70,000 of her own money. I just had to say that. She's the queen of Black press. And those in Chicago, well, her funeral was this weekend. So I just wanted to give kudos to Mrs. Rosetta Miller. Your work is not in vain. We appreciate you and the work that you did and the work that you continue to do as we continue to salute all of our ancestors. And we are going to take another break. And when we come back, we want to hear more of your comments and what you have to say here. And if you're not a member of the Female Solution, please go to our page on Facebook and YouTube, the Female Solution, and check it out.
Have you seen all the solar farms popping up everywhere? You know, the big fields with the solar panels. There's one in our community. They produce electricity using the clean energy of the sun to send to the power grid to reduce our energy costs. Because not everybody can get solar panels put on their roof the way I have, but everybody can enroll for free to share the energy produced by the solar farms. That's why they were built. You know you're supposed to be getting a 10 to 20% savings on your bill for that, right? Illinois has a goal to transition by 2050 to 100% clean energy. So everybody needs to be connected. People in other communities are already getting their savings. So I'll be by to see you because they want to make sure you get your savings as well. It just takes a few minutes. I'm Naima Latif. Call me if you have any questions. 312-849-3456. Have you seen all the solar farms popping up everywhere? You know, the big solar
with Monday Morning Mindfulness and my guest, Patricia Tyson. And before we do that, let me direct you to our YouTube page, Higher Learning TV Show, where we go and feed our unhoused neighbors every single week. And why do we do this? Because my little brother was homeless, and he asked me to bring food out there, and he passed. He got killed in Tent City, but we still do the work because the work is necessary. And as you can see from some of the videos we do it all coming from a different direction to see. Oh, yep, there's plenty of tents out there. We are coming to feed y'all this morning. Looks like everybody's still asleep or out and about. We'll see in a minute. Good morning. Got some food for ya. And as you can see, you can go back and see those videos. I don't want to take up too much time with it. You can go back and see that anytime. And I ask that if you are a person who is watching this show and you have found some value in it this morning, I ask that you, if you are not able to make a donation to help us continue feeding our unhoused neighbors, at least take a sandwich, a bottle of water, a cracker. Take something with you every day, because you have been blessed with the gift of sight, of sound, and the ability to hear this message. And you are responsible for your sisters and brothers. I'm not saying you got to, mortgage a house, but if you can afford a pair of shoes, pair of socks, anything, they always need blankets. They always need jackets. They always need men size 38 jacket, pants. They need shirts, and they need socks. I cannot tell you, they always need socks, 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 socks. So y'all go in the closet and pull out them blankets, okay? And the information is scrolling below. And if you can find it in your heart to share some of your blessings, please do. We thank you and we appreciate that as we get some of your comments this morning. And it says, absolutely, I've had a man come out of a coma to get on hospice. Carolyn, oh, really? Wow. He came out of a coma just to get in hospice. Am I reading that right? Okay. We learn something new every day. And Frank Logan says, it's like the squabble over things can show up from either lack or entitlement mentality. Yeah. You better say that, you guys doing the Lord's work. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And Joanne Faulkner, she says, enjoying your
Oh my gosh.
From Europe. God bless you. Thank you. We got
that woman. That, when I tell you, I can't even get into it, but Joan Faulkner, I just got a book from her that is phenomenal, mind-blowing. I will send you the information.
Please
about her. She is someone you should know.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. And other comments here. Cynthia Brown says, without getting too much into your book, can you tell us the difference between palliative care and hospice? Please do. Thank you. Thank you for that question.
Yes, excellent question.
Yes.
So with palliative, you don't have to be terminally ill. Many people are, but there's a window. You have chronic illness, but you don't have to be terminally ill. So usually you have a diagnosis, pain, which gives you a lot of pain. Palliative controls the symptom. It makes you comfortable. But because every area of medicine has its own lane, you have neurologists, cardiologists, you have palliative. So palliative is one of those lanes. So you can be under palliative care. You get seen by a doctor, a physician assistant, nurse practitioner. Sometimes they come out to the house, but they make sure that you are as comfortable as possible, but you don't have to be terminally ill. For hospice, you do have to be terminally ill with 6 months or less in the doctor's best estimation. The doctors are saying, oh, if this disease follows its expected course, this patient will pass in 6 months. But let me say this, the doctors are not God, so they don't have all the answers. MD does not mean minor deity.
Nope. You might think you got, but you're not.
And a lot of times doctors hold on to patients so long, and I'm not giving shade to the doctors, but yes, I am. But no, I mean, it's all of us. It's not just the doctors, but the doctors and sometimes the families just hold on too long, and then they refer patients at the last minute. And now the patient is in the dying process, and here we come, and people think we're the death angels.
Okay.
Patients that come on to hospice earlier, when they say no more chemo, no more treatment, no more whatever, and then they live longer. So in many cases, but a lot of times families or doctors wait too long, and now the patient is in the dying process. So I'm a huge advocate for coming onto hospice earlier rather than later. So it's a choice.
Who determines, who makes that choice?
The family can always tell their doctors or nurse practitioners, I want hospice. Then 2 doctors have to certify that the patient meets that criteria of 6 months or less. So it's not just one doctor, it's 2 doctors that have to certify the patient.
Wow.
So,
wow. It's a learning.
And there are many hospices to choose from that most people don't know.
Right. And hospice is, like you said, the end of life as they know it, because I remember Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman of Christ Universal Temple. They told us she was leaving here within a year. She lived 5 more years.
See,
nobody knows but the Creator. So exactly. That's why we have to pay attention to the still small voice that tell us.
Listen to them. Yes.
Listen, because they talking to you, and they talk to you in a variety of ways. And one of the ways is right here on our blog, which is tumblr.com, Higher Learning TV Show. You'll see that HLN Daily News, and you scroll up, you'll see Patricia Tyson. Listen on the blog, and you scroll down, we'll see about our sister Jerry Green. Those are some of the pictures from her. That's my sister from another mister and her funeral arrangements. And it's just a ton of resources there. Child safety tips, protect yourself, lots of information. Just go and check it out. But I wanted you to know about that before we take our last break. And when we come back, Pat is going to close us out and give us some information that we may or not know about. So y'all
don't forget Ethiopia.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that very shortly. Y'all stay close. We'll be right back.
Great day. It's your girl, Asada, here to introduce a new female solution show called Asada Says. That's right. Every month, we're going to talk about everything I am, from cryptocurrency and financial security to good health and parenting strategies. Come on and talk with me every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And let's do that thing the way Asada says it should be done. See you then. Peace, right here on the Female Solution.
What you just said about eating with your hands.
Yes, your hands, your fingers actually produce oils that help with your digestion. So if you're eating with your hands, you're actually enhancing the digestive process. When you lick your finger. So, all these things that we been taught that are unsophisticated. See, the Creator knew it. The Creator knew how to make all these systems work together. Why are we thinking we need to help out the Master Creator that made all of this make sense? So if you eat with your hands are going to help with your digestive system so that your food is better able to go down your esophagus and be dissected in your stomach and all of that. So the oils help to do all of that.
As opposed to putting a fork and a spoon in your mouth that has metal in it.
Metal, yes.
Oh, wow. I never thought about
plastic,
that.
Like you talked about.
I never thought about that, Naima. Wow. See, they don't tell you that.
I just looked it up. I didn't know that either. Wow.
Yeah, well, that's why she's Dr. Naima Latif, because she knows things like that. That's why I just love her, because she just brings it. She keep it real. She keep it raw. She tell you whether you want to hear it or not. She going to tell you how it is. Let's get back to Ethiopia, baby. The land of the free. Can somebody say Ethiopia? Here we come.
Ethiopia. Yes, I'm going in January.
And I'm going too. I don't know how I'm going to get there if I got to go in your suitcase, but I'm going.
You've traveled before. Let's do it.
In Ethiopia, my people who are watching this podcast, if you have not left this country, I'm not going to say shame on you. I'm going to say get your passport. That's all I'm going to say. Get your passport. And it's Ethiopia, because a lot of African countries have opened up where we have a passport, but you don't need a visa, because a lot of them you need a visa in. You don't always need a visa. But my point is,
Ethiopia, yeah,
you do for Ethiopia, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
And it's easy to get, I think.
If you have never been to the motherland, you owe it to yourself, your ancestors, your children. You owe it to the world to see what you have been misled about, because they've been lying to you for as long as you've been living. And now that you know the truth, what you gonna do about it?
Yep, that's true.
Pat's doing something about it, and I'm following on her foottails. Okay, now
I'm going. And I actually made a wonderful connection with Hospice Ethiopia. Shout out to Dr. Ephraim Ayelo. I've got to learn how to pronounce it. Okay. But I've made a connection with the director of Hospice Ethiopia. And I'm going to be talking with him later today. And yeah. Clip that. I thought I was going to retire, but I don't think so. Maybe not. We'll see.
Retire is an abused, misused word, because it's like, okay, so maybe you won't retire. Maybe you'll be refired.
Ooh, I like that.
Fired up. Yes. Next level of life. I got that from a sister from another mister, my sister Viata Robinson, on Viata's Soul Purpose Healing. Did I say that right? No, Viata's Tiny House Village. Because she retired too, and she says, "No, I'm not retired. I'm refired." I was like, "Oh, I like that.
I like that. Yes,
that one. Yeah, refired.
Yes.
So, what will you be taking with you when you go to Ethiopia?
I'm just going to visit, so I'm just taking my suitcase. I don't want to fill it up with stuff from here. I want to bring back stuff.
Please take an empty suitcase.
Okay.
And you'll be glad you did, because half of the things that you have, you will be taking them off your body, because they will ask you for them. I took my gym shoes off and gave them to a lady because she had some boss earrings that I wanted. And I ain't paid nothing for them gym shoes. I was like, girl, give me them earrings. Mm-hmm. You got anything else you want to trade? Oh, they believe in barter. Barter began in the motherland. They will give you anything off of their body, off of their table, off of their rack. But I just want to say this one thing about the motherland. And it might rub some folks the wrong way, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I'm at that stage of life where I just don't give a
You don't care, right?
When we first arrived there, we were in the hotel. We had no idea of the culture and all the things that go on. And there was a stench in the air. And it was funky. And we were like, why are so many people around here and they stink so bad? And with my American mindset, because I did not know what I know now about deodorant, why I had boils under my arms because all the aluminum and all the chemicals that they put in our deodorant. I did not know that they did not use deodorant. They believe in the natural body of the process, and not everybody had soap. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. So as I began to do my research and have conversations with people there, I discovered that deodorant was an American thing.
True. Yeah.
And what they use for deodorant is not aluminum, what we use, those who do use it, because the funk is the natural aroma. I see, we ain't used to that over here. And it's like, okay. You said what now? Okay. You said what?
In Europe too. I noticed that in Europe when I went to France. I was like, let me go past people going.
Yeah. They all dressed up, looking like nice, smelling all funny. Okay. Because we're not used to that. And then you get that, oh, she's American. The first time I ever went to Europe, it was like, and it was a hot dog, and I was like, ugh, hot dog this long and this big. And it was so nasty. I was like, this is not American food, child. You need to find McDonald's. And I didn't find McDonald's, but anyway, that's another story. Let's get some of these comments without getting on-air TV network says that's why families plan for the care of elderly parents the way before they get ill. Speak on that, because Naima's mom, the executive producer of the Female Solution, her mom just passed. She think she was like 101 or something like that, and Naima had been taking care of her forever and a day, just like your mom. So yeah. So what's the plan? Oh Lord, we got like 2 minutes. What is the plan?
You have to have advance directives, get that power of attorney, not just the general power of attorney for finances, get that too. But then you also need healthcare power of attorney, that you should designate someone that you trust to make decisions for you if you cannot. There's a book called 5 Wishes. And 5 Wishes, I just put an order in. I will have it. I'm looking to do book signings. I will have 5 Wishes out. You also need to have a DNR, or at least the state authorized, where you put down whether you want CPR, chest compressions. Do you really want chest compressions? Think about that, because it breaks ribs. You got a 230-pound fireman going 2 inches deep in your chest. Your ribs will break, and you will be on a ventilator, and you will be restrained. You will be tied down. And guess what? The disease that you have underlying is still there. It's not going to go away. So it's a horrible way to transition out of here. Wow. As opposed, my father was on a vent. I know what I'm talking about. He had the hole in his throat, the feeding tube, the whole 9 yards. My mother said, "Don't you do that to me." I listened to her. I remembered. So when she got sick, I was like, she's not good. I have to go through that process with her. And hospice held my hand.
Wow.
Held my hand because all of my nursing knowledge went out the window.
Yes, because it's personal now.
Yeah, it was Mom, but she had a beautiful end of life. Do I miss her? Yeah, of course.
Of course.
But would I bring her back to this? No. No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Wow. It has been a journey. It has been an experience. When that next book comes out, you got to come right back here.
It's going to be about the nutritional needs at the end of life.
Girl, you better say that. Let me tell you what I'm finding out right now, because my husband was diagnosed with a disease, and I'm not going to say the name. And then he goes and discovers that he is not being diagnosed. And with all the apple, beet, cucumber, lemon, ginger care that I be giving him, he is just fine. So that's how we know that the nutritional value of the garbage that we eat, there is none. So you got to start doing veggie smoothies, because as the diabetes disruptor that I am, apple, beet, cucumber, lemon, ginger, kale.
That's good too.
It's nasty as the day.
I love it though.
But I have acquired the taste. I could care less. I drink it for the health benefits because I know it works. And I said that, and I'm done. But I want to thank you all for being here with us. Go to shalommusicinc.org and get that book and give it as a gift, because we all know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's about to leave here or has left here or gonna leave here in the future. Everybody needs a copy of this book, just like the Bible, sitting on your kitchen table, because we don't know what we need to know, and it's right there in the book. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Zelda. I love you.
I love you back, my sister, and I love all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Please join us back here tonight with Heather Bird, The Revolution, and tomorrow morning with Asada Speaks. And if you're really interested in moving forward in your education, join us tonight at 5:00. You can inbox me, Zelda Speaks, because we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency, girl. I'm just learning so much. I'm so proud of myself. I just don't know what to do, because I was dumb as a box of rocks when it came to crypto. And
I think I'm going to tune in too.
Yes, ma'am. I will send it. Oops, we got a couple of comments before we go.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yes. And thank you, ladies. Happy Monday. Thank you, Eden and Adele. Thank you for all of you who are in America, who are in Europe, wherever you are. We appreciate you. We will see you back here tonight, tomorrow morning, and the rest of the week. Be sure and like us and friend us and all that good stuff. Until then, stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned. You'll be glad you did. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for caring. As old folks say, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Mwah.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. There's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Tony. And what I want you to do for me is if you have Xfinity TV, tune in to the Higher Learning Network Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., Xfinity TV channel 19.